Hi everyone, it's Georgia. I hope you are doing well. I know I haven't been making a lot of videos lately. The truth is, there's a lot of people making videos. And lately I don't have anything particularly profound to say. I've just been focusing on making sure that I am not distracted by things going on around us. And I think that's harder to do than it is to say, because I went through a few weeks where I allowed myself to watch some media. And we are what we take into our brain. So I kind of went through a few weeks where I really wanted to see what was going on out there in politics and seeing all the chaos and all the activity and people getting riled up and people taking a stance. It's just so much to take in. And I can't help even to get my own self a little angry now and then, especially when I see injustices taking place. But I realized that while I felt informed to some degree, I was also starting to feel pretty bad. Like, pretty disconnected from the heart of humanity. And I get sad, you know, when people are disconnected from their hearts. And because when people get disconnected from their hearts, they don't think about other people. It's pretty a narcissistic way of life. So it was making me sad seeing so many people in the world so disconnected from their hearts and not caring about other people. It's such a simple thing, but it just blows me away how people can be so judgmental against other people and also create policies that hurt people. So, with all that being said, I let myself get upset. Was my knowledge gain worth it? Doubtful. Because the truth is, while I believe it's important to be informed and to know what you believe in, I think we have to be really careful about what we allow to sway us from our center point, our trajectory. Now, in spiritual circles, a lot of people refer to this as energetic influences, negative energies, and things of that nature. I totally agree with that. And I also understand that there are even people out there putting negative energy on other people. They do that either verbally or energetically, or, spell casting and all that nonsensical displacement of personal unhappiness. When other people put bad energy on other people, it's their own internal lack that makes them compensate through attack. And it's just sort of a way that I know people behave and how easy it is to do it. Even as I was watching TV, or listening to media, there's ideas formulating in my own brain about what's wrong with other people. What they're doing so easy to think that that is a strategy, a solution strategy, and it's not. It feels good, and in that moment, when you're able to point your finger and say, I know what's wrong with the world, it's them, or whatever that is, or I know why this went wrong, it's because of them. The hard work is to see them in you. That's the hard work. That is what compassion means. Seeing myself inside of you and seeing you inside of me. The thing is, while I know all of this rage has a purpose and the action that evolves from it is good, the real achievement is when we can see each other in our humanness, in our fragile humanness. Because when we do that, it's easy to forgive. It's easy to understand when we see each other as human beings, as broken human beings too. So I don't know if we'll ever get to the hard work. Certainly, many spiritual traditions ask this of us. Jesus, of course, asked us to love people as he loved us. And his story was that he loved us so much he died. He died for the sake of love. These are hard things to do. So my experiment of getting more involved in media and listening and things of that nature, it taught me one thing. Number one, I can control how I want to feel. So after a couple of weeks of that, and feeling pretty sad every time I went to bed, I said, I don't want to feel this way, because at the end of the day, I perceive humanity to have more hope than what the media wants us to believe. I perceive even the experiences we are having as God's catalyst for all of us to stay centered in our heart of compassion, stay in our lane of staying purpose-driven and focused, and becoming open-minded enough that the possibility of loving people who are different from us is real. It's a tough one, isn't it? But it is our challenge. At least if you want to have a sense of happiness or freedom or non-attachment. Actually, that's where I ended up getting. Allowing thoughts to move into my head about judgments and things of that nature, and then trying to move into a different perspective. It caused me to do two things. Number one, spend more time focused on gratitude. And when you do that, it's hard to be miserable. It's hard not to see the humanness in other people. So I have just been really, really digging down into gratitude and knowing that there is a goodness moving into our lives with every choice we make. And gratitude to me isn't just thank you, universe. I literally every night, I go through everybody that I love and even people that I struggle with and send them prayers beyond my own wants and desires. And thanking the universe for what I learned from all of those experiences, and thanking the universe for the beautiful glory around us, and thanking the universe for the crazy chaos that's unfolding, and just turning it around, turning it around. Because that's the kind of power we have. We can turn things around, not just in our actions, but we turn it around first by choosing how we want to feel. And so, I chose to redirect all of those feelings into thankfulness. Not living outside of reality. I understand that things are a mess and we are in a huge, exciting, transformative time. But I certainly prefer seeing all that's coming from it. Not in a Pollyannish way, but in a true, remarkable way. Because if we're honest with ourselves, man, we are witnessing something really amazing. So I thought I would just stay in that energy of staying focused and knowing that I am the creator of my reality. First, by what I choose to think about and focus on. And secondly, how I choose to react. And so this is the card I got from Louise Hay, the Power Thought cards. Louise is awesome. I trust the process of life. And look at that. It's just a garden. Tools that we all bring into life to help us move forward. There is a rhythm and a flow to life. Oh, the word flow has been coming up a lot, man. There is a rhythm and flow to life, and I am part of it. Life supports me and brings me only good and positive experiences. I trust the process of life to bring me my highest good. When you really sink into this trusting life is on your side, trusting that life is working for you and not against you, some magical things start to happen. I'm going to tell you that. I had an experience a couple days ago, and by all accounts, I should be upset. I was upset, and if I think about it in the wrong way, I do kind of get a little perturbed. But I'm really putting my mind at a trajectory. And it was so cool. Like, something happened that was a wrong against me. I thought about it, I got upset, and then I went, wait a minute. Life is working for me. Maybe this is happening for a reason. And then I started to think about what the real reason is. Not the emotional reaction, not the desire to take power, take power back, but to sit back in my wisdom and thoughts and just be very in tune with what am I really supposed to be learning here? And I just need to say I'm proud of myself because I didn't waste hours projecting out blame, projecting out judgment, projecting out what I'm going to do next to get control. I just said, what am I supposed to be learning? And that was such a refreshing way to solve this problem. And I don't have a full solution yet, but I love that every day I wake up and I ask myself that question. Now, am I learning all the things that I'm supposed to be learning in this situation? What are they supposed to be learning? The learning perspective really has shifted the whole experience for me, and I guess that is also a form of gratitude. When you see what life gives you through a learning lens. Anyways, I'm proud of myself because that gives me time to stay focused on where I know I want to go. Instead of getting distracted from other people's shenanigans and energies and problems. Yeah, to stay in my focus. That really is the best gift we can give the world right now, especially if your focus is bringing positive change and impacting people in a positive way. We need that more than ever. So, man, don't get distracted. And be proud of yourself, how far you've come. You don't need any people's shenanigans. You need to stay centered in who you are, what you know, and appreciate every step of learning along the way. And I'm speaking to me as much as I'm speaking to you. So we're in this thing together. Anyways, let's see what the world brings. I know it's going to be. It's like a big reality TV series, huh? Anyways, and I'm dialing the program. Have a good day.